in my opinion, you have all been given some terrible advice. And that advice is this: follow your passion. Every time I watch the Oscars, I cringe when some famous movie star, trophy in hand, starts to deconstruct the secret of their success. It's always the same thing. Don't let anyone tell you that you don't have what it takes, kid. And the ever-popular, never give up on your dreams. Look, I understand the importance of persistence and the value of encouragement, but who tells a stranger to never give up on their dreams without even knowing what it is they're dreaming? I mean, how can Lady Gaga possibly know where your passion will lead you? Have these people never seen American Idol? Year after year, thousands of aspiring American Idols show up with great expectations, only to learn that they don't possess the skills they thought they did. What's really amazing, though, is not their lack of talent. The world's full of people who can't sing. It's their genuine shock at being rejected. The incredible realization that their passion and their ability had nothing to do with each other. Look, if we're talking about your hobby, by all means, let your passion lead you. But when it comes to making a living, it's easy to forget the dirty truth. Just because you're passionate about something doesn't mean you won't suck at it. And just because you've earned a degree in your chosen field, it doesn't mean you're going to find your dream job. Dream jobs are usually just that, dreams. But their imaginary existence just might keep you from exploring careers that offer a legitimate chance to perform meaningful work and develop a genuine passion for the job you already have. Because here's another dirty truth: your happiness on the job has very little to do with the work itself. On Dirty Jobs, I remember a very successful septic tank cleaner, a multimillionaire who told me the secret to his success. I looked around to see where everyone else was headed, he said, and then I went the opposite way. Then I got good at my work. Then I began to prosper, and then one day I realized I was passionate about other people's crap. I've heard that same basic story from welders, plumbers, carpenters, electricians, HVAC professionals, hundreds of other skilled tradesmen who followed opportunity, not passion, and prospered as a result. Consider the reality of the current job market. Right now, millions of people with degrees and diplomas are out there competing for a relatively narrow set of opportunities that polite society calls good careers. Now, meanwhile, employers are struggling to fill nearly 5.8 million jobs that nobody's trained to do. This is the skills gap. It's real, and its cause is actually very simple. When people follow their passion, they miss out on all kinds of opportunities they didn't even know existed. When I was 16, I wanted to follow in my grandfather's footsteps. He was a skilled tradesman, could build a house without a blueprint. That was my passion, and I followed it for years. I took all the shop classes at school. I did all I could to absorb the knowledge and skill that came so easily to my granddad. Unfortunately, the handy gene is recessive. It skipped right over me, and I struggled mightily to overcome my deficiencies, but I couldn't. I was one of those contestants on American Idol who believed his passion was enough to ensure his success. One day, I brought home a sconce I had made in wood shop. Looked like a paramecium. After a heavy sigh, my granddad gave me the best advice I've ever received. He told me, "Mike, you can still be a tradesman, but only if you get yourself a different kind of toolbox." At the time, this felt contrary to everything I believed about the importance of passion and persistence and staying the course. But of course, he was right, because staying the course, that only makes sense if you're headed in a sensible direction. And while passion is way too important to be without, it is way too fickle to follow around. Which brings us to the final dirty truth. Never follow your passion, but always bring it with you.
If I were to ask you, what's your passion? Do you know the answer? Most of you are going to say, no, I don't know what my passion is. And while we're on the topic of passion, I bet you're starting to even think, how do you even find your passion? And when it comes to finding your passion, you're making a huge mistake. You're looking for passion in the wrong place. And it's not your fault that you're making this mistake because you were told a lie. You were told you got to go find your passion. I even remember reading that if you find your passion, you'll never work a day in your life. But here's the problem. You've been led to believe that passion is something that you find, that it's like some magical career, or it's an amazing person, or it's a place that you're going to live, or it's a pursuit. Passion, it's none of those things. Let me tell you the problem with thinking that passion is something that you find. When you think passion is some treasure that's hidden from you, you're going to spend your whole life looking for something. That's going to make you feel lost. It's going to make you feel overwhelmed. It's going to make you feel confused. So let me show you the way. There's no such thing as finding your passion. You see, passion is not something that you find. Passion is something that you feel. If you're looking to find it, that thing that you were born to do, I want you to stop looking right now. Stop living your life like you're missing some sort of puzzle piece, and if you just find it, then everything is going to fall into place. Because passion isn't a person, a place, or a thing. Passion doesn't exist outside of you. You're not going to find it in a job. You're not going to find it on a mountaintop. You're not going to find it in a relationship. You're not going to find it online. And you're definitely not going to find it in a fancy hotel on the ocean in the Maldives. You want to know where you find it? Look in the mirror. Because passion is just energy. That's it. Passion is something you feel. Passion is not something that you find. Passion is the energy you bring to everything that you're doing. That's all that passion is. That's why you can be miserable, making millions on Wall Street, but you can be passionate as hell directing traffic on a runway for a fraction of the money. Because you know what? Passion is not what you do. It's how you do it. So when somebody says, I've discovered my passion, you know what they're really saying? I feel energized when I get up in the morning because I'm excited about how I show up in my life and the energy that I feel when I'm living my life. That's it. Passion is just energy.
You know, the problem with passion, people gave me the same stupid advice. Do what you love. Thank you. Thanks. Find your passion. Like, what am I supposed to do with that advice? Right. And what I learned is that passion, like profit, is a result. When we commit ourselves to some higher purpose, some higher cause, passion is the result. When we work hard for something we don't believe in, it's called stress. When we work hard for something we do believe in, it's called passion. Passion is not the entry point, it's at the exit point. So the question is not to find your passion or find the thing you're passionate about. The question is, what do you believe? The question is, what are your ideals? What are your values? And where are the places in which those people or those organizations share your values, share your beliefs? Who is articulating a vision of a world that you would like to live in? Push yourself in those directions, be around those people, align yourself with those organizations, and what you will find is you show up every day with passion.